Okay, trying again here. Whew, kind of look a hot mess. Anyways, um, no viewers yet. Hi, 9 viewers. I'm watching Family Guy. Lots of episodes of Family Guy on a Friday night. Let me turn it down a little bit. Um, not doing anything. Anybody else doing nothing on a Friday night out there? What's up? There's many things that I could be doing tonight. I could be at the club with Papa J, J Scratch. I live in Ventura County, so I could be at the club with him. He's in Ventura tonight at Rookies. My DJ Filthy Phil from the Crisco Kid Block Party. He's at the El Rey Theater. I'm on my grandma's recliner. Yeah. I guess it's because like just got paid. Rent was due, right? So you get paid first of the month. They take your rent. And then really ain't got that much money to, you know, really party up too much. My sister's getting married. It's my mother's 60th birthday tomorrow. So, sometimes you need to sit down. You gotta be sitting down sometimes. So I gotta sit down on this Friday night, but tomorrow we're having a party for my mother's 60th birthday. Anyways, not that y'all really care about any of that stuff, but tomorrow, while the party is going on, we will have the Crisco Kid Block Party. We'll broadcast on 4 radio stations. Make sure you're listening tomorrow. All day long. You can always check the at CKBP Show on Instagram or at CKBP Show on Twitter. Tomorrow on the show we have Somo. You might remember that song called Ride. He has a big fan base. He's from Texas. He has a new song that just dropped. It's called Hide and Freak. Hide and Freak. Hide and Freak. That's featuring Trey Songz. So we're really happy to be debuting that song tomorrow with him. Also, a very good friend of mine by the name of Curtis King. He is debuting a new song with us tomorrow. It's called Give It To Me. And he's got a new project coming called Raging Waters. That'll be coming out on September 29th. And we did a listening session for the whole album yesterday. I was privileged to be like one of the first people to hear the entire project. So shout out to Curtis King for entrusting in me to listen to his album and like give him some feedback on it. That album is going to be dope. Now, go ahead and check him out too. Check him out on Instagram at Curtis King. That's Curtis with 2 S's. Curtis King. Also, check him out on Twitter at Curtis King. And that new single, Give It To Me, is out right now. And then also on the Crisco Kid Block Party, we'll have Crisco Kid is in Dallas. And he is interviewing B.O.B. Pretty excited about that. I don't know if anybody saw that video of B.O.B. talking about eating the box. Anybody? Anybody see that video? So let's see what's up with the people. Hi, Ernie. Hi, Ernie2X. What's up? Gina J. What's up, boo? Gina J, why is your thing orange? I wonder about that. Why is it orange? Tell me why your name is orange and nobody else's is orange. And is that, I don't know how to say that. LXISON. What? Lex Wallonius? Say what? How does that? Write that out how that's phonetically sounds or whatever, how I'm supposed to say it. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. Anyways, what's up, everybody? How you feeling? I guess we could, since I'm just bored, it's Friday night, and we could just do like a question and answer. Oh, Gina, Jay, you're being kicked off. Why? Why are you being kicked off? What happened? Are you being bad? Did you say something bad, Gina J? What's going on with you, girl? Why are you being kicked off? Anyway, so yeah, so make sure you catch the Crisco Kid Block Party tomorrow. It's going to be a dope show. We broadcast live on Ski 24/7. You can go on to dashradio.com and look for Ski 24/7 to catch that broadcast 3 to 5. That's the first broadcast. Then we're also on Gecko Brothers. We're also on My DJ's Radio. And we're also on Power Hits 281, which is in a Houston, Texas internet radio station based out of Houston, Texas. So you can check that out. Like I said, B.O.B. is on the show with Crisco Kid. And then we're also on with Curtis King and Somo. Somo dropping that new single out now. You can follow him at official Somo. And then yeah, Curtis King too. You guys got to check him out. You know, there's always people coming through the Crisco Kid Block Party and dropping off new music with us. You know, people that aren't necessarily mainstream yet, but you know, they're on their way trying to get this, you know, try to do this music thing. Anyways, if you don't know who I am, I guess I can talk about who I am a little bit. I'm Miss Alynette. Some people know me as Allie. Some people just call me Alynette. Some people call me Alley Cat. Some people call me asshole. Some people call me bitch. You pick whatever you want to call me, whatever. But you can call me Child of God #1. And anyways, I started my radio career in about 11 years ago, and at this radio station in Ventura, California, which is about 40 minutes north of Los Angeles, called KCAQ Q1047. I started radio there. Started off as street team at the very, very bottom, and then I started doing production work, board hopping, worked my way up from the bottom. 3 years later, I had my own radio show. It didn't come easy. I had to work hard. I'm still working hard. And I'm also on another radio station in my market called Old School 95.9. Now you can look them both up, Q1047.com, and you can look up oldschool959.com. We're not streaming. I know, it's freaking annoying. I almost said a cuss word right now. It's really annoying that we are not streaming. And at some point, I hope that we will be streaming live. But for me not streaming on the internet for my other radio stations, I always stream on Crisco Kid Block Party every Saturday. Make sure you check that out. We're always doing stuff. We're about to do a movie. We did a big movie release for Straight Outta Compton. And so now we're about to do that new M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong movie. M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong's got that new movie called The Visit. So we're going to do something. We're like a premiere, like preview for that movie coming up very soon. I think next week sometimes, like on the 8th. Let me tell you though, I do not like scary movies, and I probably will not be watching that movie. I'll be in the movie theater like this the whole movie. Not watching that. I don't like scary movies. Is anybody out there like scary movies? You guys like scary movies? Anybody? Y'all like to be scared? I do not. I don't like it. I like comedies. I like fun stuff. I like to watch fun stuff. I don't like my heart jumping out my chest unless I'm on a roller coaster. I love roller coasters, so ooh, I need some edge control right here. You see him? Oh, I'm extremely bored. Anyways, so a lack of excitement tonight. I'm watching Cartoon Network. Adult, actually, it's Adult Swim right now. I'm actually watching that right now. I ain't got nothing to do right now. Just waiting y'all to see if y'all had any questions or anything, or if you're active. And they're saying that I don't know. I don't know if you guys are watching or if it's just frozen or what's going on right now. Anyways, oh, I hear my grandma. Oh yeah, I'm at my grandma's house right now. My grandma's back there, probably about to vacuum. So if she starts vacuuming, she'll get up at like right now it's 11 p.m. West Coast time. So yeah, I'm in Cali. So she'll get up and like here, you see her? See her flow by? She's about to do the dishes at 11 o'clock. Oh man, that lady's funny. Maybe I can get her to come into the screen of the camera. My grandma's a trip. Anyway, she's probably like, who is she talking to on the phone right now? Anyways, so I guess you guys don't have anything to talk about or say, but I wish I could type. Like, how do you? I can't type back to y'all. I can only talk since I'm broadcasting or whatever. I wish I could type. I guess I am supposed to be talking back to you instead of, and you type to me, but no one's typing to me. I guess you guys don't care. Sad. Any anybody want to say something? Anybody want to talk? Anybody? I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving to a different location because my grandma's about to probably wash some dishes and make a whole bunch of noise and stuff. So I'm gonna move to the guest bedroom back here and cut on the light. So, so what's up, y'all? Nobody's talking. Y'all just looking at my face. What? What y'all doing? What y'all getting into tonight? Y'all doing anything? Y'all smoking weed? Y'all should share. Y'all should probably share or something. I don't know. Anyways, maybe I should talk about something else. You know, I'm pretty long-winded. I could talk about any topic. If one of y'all like text me a topic, I could talk forever, but nobody's saying anything. I don't even know if I'm broadcasting for real right now or no. Am I broadcasting right now for real or no? I keep getting more people watching. I got 76 people watching. So what's popping? Like what are y'all doing? Anyway, so let me tell this story then. And maybe y'all will chime in after I tell this story. I don't know, like maybe you guys are just unable to have a text conversation with me right now because people are saying they're getting kicked off right now. I was having some trouble broadcasting earlier. I don't know what's going on. But let me tell you this story. So I am seriously single, like seriously single. I've been single for a long time, but I made like a conscious decision to be single and like really work on myself and my brand and my career and to figure out what I want, what I didn't want, and just figure out life in general, just like I wanted to find out who I was and also wanted to get a lot closer to God. But anyways, so
So anyways, I ran into this guy, right? And we used to talk like maybe probably like 2 years ago or something. We used to talk. And then I ran into him at the fair, which, you can run if you're from my area, like if you go to the fair, you're going to see everybody that you know. You're going to see everybody. It's like class reunion at the Ventura County Fair. Like everybody be up there. So I ran into him and like he damn near broke his neck like looking at me. And anyways, I thought it was kind of odd, but whatever. So like literally maybe a week later, I went into this restaurant and I didn't know it, but he worked there. So then he ends up, wanting to ask me out on a date or whatever. So, okay, he cancels on me. See, I don't make time to do anything like that normally. Like when I have free time, and it's funny that I'm actually bored right now, but I'm also really tired. Friday nights, unless I have a club to host or have an event, I don't go out because I'm just tired from the week and I need to just, rest. Because usually I have something on Saturday, like Saturday morning, I'll have something. It's good when I have a weekend off where I can just chill. Because I work 2 jobs a day, and then, on Thursdays I have 3 shows. So, and it's exhausting. It's not like, radio is just like you talk. Your brain, it has to work hard. Like, and your brain and your mouth have to work in unison. And it's mentally exhausting. You got to like watch the time, and I don't have a producer, so I produce my own show and stuff. So I have 96 viewers right now, and I can't talk to you guys. I feel horrible about that. I don't think that the chat room is working right now. I'm not seeing anything on the chat room. I know you guys been trying to chat with me. I think you would. I don't know. Maybe y'all just over there laughing at me, can't stand me. I don't know. But hi, everyone out there. 96 viewers, but nobody can talk to me right now. So, what was I talking about? Dang. Grandma? You hear her? Really? She said, I ain't talking about nothing. She gonna come in the back. Ear hustling all the time. Always ear hustling with her snide remarks. Oh, the guy. Anyway, so he canceled on me. The date he canceled on me. Mind you, I had decided not to go to Mexico to go visit my dad. I stayed back in Ventura County because I live in the valley, which is like 40 minutes away. No, Grandma, the dog is not in here. She's in your room, or she's in the computer room then. Oh, goodness, yeah. Yes, I have a dog. Her name is Lady, and she's minding her own business right now, but my grandma wants to know where she's at. So he cancels the date and he uses the excuse. Get ready for this. My mom came into town to surprise me. Now, me being the chick that I am, super duper busy chick, and I really like made time for this date, like stayed at my grandma's house instead of going home for the weekend, and being in my own apartment. So I was like, really? Your mom? Really? Your mom? Nigga, really? Whatever. But you can't contest when somebody says, oh, my mom came into town, whatever, right? So whatever. I just said, okay, you know what? And then he said, can we reschedule for Sunday, hopefully when I get off. And I was like, nah, man, I got plans already. My homeboy actually, my roommate, like he turned 30 on Sunday. So I had a party. So I was going to go to that party. So I already had plans. So I was like, sorry, I already have plans on Sunday. Have fun with your moms. I had to get a little snide right there, just a little bit, because I was like, nigga, you don't cancel on me. My ego got involved, but whatever. Let it go. So I didn't hear anything from him. That was last Friday night, so a week ago. So I didn't hear anything from him. So I don't know. I was downtown yesterday and I know where he works. So for some reason, like, God was like, you know what, girl? Go by and see if he's working today. And I went in there and he was nervous, like wouldn't talk to me. Like I walked in and he was like acting like he didn't see me at first. I was like, I know you saw me, nigga. What, why are you playing games? Like you're playing games up in here. What are you doing? Right? So I was like, well, hi. He was like, oh, you want a drink or something? You want me to make you something? I was like, well, I just came to say hi. He was like, well, I mean, you can have a seat, you have some time, whatever, to sit down. I was like, okay. So he makes me a drink and he's like, well, he's like talking to everybody else but me. He comes back and he's like, oh, how is it? I'm like, it's a little sweet. And he's like snatched it from me, fixes it, gives it back. I'm like, don't be snatching this from me. I'm like, what's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? I've never seen him act like that, like super duper nervous. And I'm like, of course, my instinct is starting to kick in. So I'm like looking around the bar. I'm like, is there any other female at the bar? Like any other female? And there is one. There's one girl sitting directly across from me. Directly across. So I'm looking at her and I see her looking at me a little bit, but looking at him mostly. But I'm not paying too much attention because I'm just like, he is so nervous and it's making me like, I'm like, what is wrong with him? Like, why is he acting like this? Like, am I making him that nervous? He was working at the bar. He had like 3 tall Pellegrino water bottles. In their glass. He brings them back. He drops one. Everyone stops, looks at him. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is really tripping. So I'm like, I'm starting to feel it. At this point, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to leave. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you for the drink. What do I owe you? Whatever. He was like, no, I'll buy you a drink. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, well, I'm leaving. And at this point, I couldn't remember if homegirl was gone or not yet. But anyways, he's like, just stay. I'm getting off in like 10 minutes and we can talk. And I'm like, okay. So I waited and finally, he got off of work and he moved us to a booth and we sat down and I'm just like, will you stay still? Stay still. Because he was still super duper nervous. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on, dude? Whatever. So he's a pretty entertaining guy, like funny, cute, great personality, all that. So cool, like had known him from before. So we hung out, we talked for about an hour and then I had to go back to work. So whatever. But in the meantime, something about me is like, I'm getting more and more closer to God. And as you do that, as you start to open up your heart to him and then your own spirituality, one thing about women when we do that is our intuition, our third eye, it starts to open And when I was waiting for him to get off work or whatever, I went into the bathroom. And I was like, I just took a moment and I prayed and I said, you know what, God, I don't know why you led me here today. I don't know why you led me here today. But whatever it is, I just hope that you open my mouth to say all the things that I need to say. Give me the guidance to be bold enough to say everything I need to say, and reveal to me whatever it is I need to know. So I was like, cool. So I went back out there and sat down and we talked. Okay, cool. I had the Crisco Kid block party last night. So I went out to the Valley after that. After I finished with my show, went out to the Valley. And man, people, y'all still can't talk to me. This sucks. Whatever. It's down right now. So I went out to the Valley for the Crisco Kid block party. And then my homeboy Curtis King was there. And I talked about Curtis King. He's got a new album that is coming out September 29th. It's called Raging Waters. You got to make sure you look out for that. Follow him on Instagram and Twitter at Curtis King. And that's Curtis with 2 S's. So we were just talking and we're real close and we're both like on the same spiritual path. And I just started telling him the story about, I don't know why, as soon as he got there and sat down, I just started talking to him about it. I was like, yo, so this guy went on a date. I mean, it wasn't really a date, but this and that. And I was telling him the story. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I had this epiphany. That girl at the bar, I remembered her. And let me tell you, I never remember anybody. I am bad. Like, I meet so many people that I can meet someone like 5-6 times and let them put on a few pounds. I will not remember, I will not remember you. And I feel bad. I apologize to anybody that I won't remember. Sorry, boo. But I remembered that girl. I saw her at the Ventura County Fair standing in front of him while he was staring me down at the Ventura County Fair. That was the girl at the bar. So it all made sense. He told me he was single. He told me he went to the Ventura County Fair by himself. Womp, womp, womp. Nigga, you lied. Whack, dude. So that's why he was so nervous. Because bitch was at the bar. And Alynette walked in there. He was like, his whole world was crumbling in front of his ass. Like right there. He thought that I was going to be like, so what's up? Like, and that's why he was keeping his distance from me. Like he wouldn't come over and talk to me. And I'm sure she remembered who I was from the Ventura County Fair because of the way he was looking at me. Like he was breaking his neck. And I even remember it because I was like, why is he looking at me like that? Like, why are you doing that? And then I noticed her because she was looking at him like, why is he looking at her like that? So busted. Now, in that situation, like, I think that one that needed to be revealed to me, like, before I went another step further, like, trying to date this person or anything. Number 2, also, I might have walked in that door so that something could be revealed to her. Like, maybe I was there to help her so she could see who he was. Or 3, it could be an even bigger purpose behind why I had the guts. Because when I walked up to the door and I looked in and I saw him there, I like, oh my God, he is here. Oh my God. What am I going to do? 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 Oh, I'm going to go in there And I went in there. I walked through the door. Like that took a lot of courage for me because I have a habit of I'm a little proud, like really prideful. I have been, but I let down my pride and I went in there because I was like, like what's up? Like how you, and then I don't hear from you. Like you can't even have the decency to like pick up the phone and apologize and say, like I really want to make it up to you. Like let's go out on a date or like let's figure it out or whatever. Like that was weak to me. So I wanted to see what was going on. But also I know that you're not supposed to be pushing any type of relationship or anything like that. You just have to kind of, let the person know that you're open. Like I'm letting you know, like I'm open, I'm interested. And then, you know, let the other person step up, cause I'm a woman. I don't chase men. I don't at all. Like if you can't call me or, like if I see you make an effort, I'll definitely make some effort and like return your phone calls. I will, pick up the phone, call you first. Like I will do that. But if I feel like you're not making any type of effort, I won't put any effort forward because I don't chase men. I got too much to do, like my charity work, my radio stuff, my family, spending some time with them, spending some time with my dog, spending some time on myself, spending time doing nothing just because sometimes you just got to do nothing and just reflect and think and I don't know, be on Instagram or whatever. I love this. I love Instagram. Follow me, Miss Alynette, Miss MISS_Alynette, ALYNETTE. So, point of that story was trust your instincts. Ladies, something's telling you it's a dog, even though you see a cat, it's probably a dog in a cat's clothing. It's sad. It's sad that well, hopefully when the right one comes along, I'll just be able to let my guard down and trust him. Cause I'm waiting on my soulmate. Like I want him to come so that I can go out into the world with him and we can go get this money together. We can go get this glory together. Like we can walk side by side, because in the Bible it says, where did the woman come from? The woman came from the man's rib. So not above them, not below them, but from their side. So I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to walk with someone. So I know that when it comes, it'll be much easier for me to trust them. I won't feel any anxiety. I'll feel relaxed and calm and open. I will. So I don't know if any of all y'all out there in relationships, woo-wee, they're real, Everything that you learn about yourself, a lot of times you learn it from bouncing it off another person, and not just relationship in the sense of like your lover, but like your coworker, your friends, your family, every one of those things, they're a relationship, and that's how you learn a lot about yourself. Just you learn a lot of the worst about you, and what you need to do to better yourself. Like one of my problems and my faults is that I never really trusted my instinct, and a lot of times my instinct was telling me, no, girl, don't do that. But I just went ahead and did it anyway because it's what I wanted instead of what I necessarily needed. I wanted that. So I went and got it. That's just how I am. I wanted that job. So I went and got it. I wanted that vacation. So I went and got it. I wanted that guy. So I went and got him, but not anymore. Now everything that I do, I wait for God to guide me in the right direction, and he'll give it to me. Like if it's for me, he will give it to me. He will let me have it if it is for me, but on his time, not mine. That's why you can't push. You can't force somebody to love you. You can't, no matter how hard you try. One of the coldest things about this game called love is that you will never be able to make someone see your value. You can't force people to see your value. If they don't see it, they should see it right away. And if they don't value you and they don't treat you right, or they don't respect your time, or, they don't, or you feel like for a minute that they don't respect you, then you got to go. And just put your foot down and say, you know what? No, I ain't taking it. No. Now, everyone says, like, oh, our pride is, a bad thing. Most times you can't think of pride as being a bad thing. But the thing is, pride is also a defense mechanism, because a lot of times, like when someone does respect you, someone, they don't love you, your pride will pop up like, ooh, he treating me bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, you gonna spend time with her and not me? Or, ooh, I see you out with this person, but I'm not good enough to be out with? Pride. But that's also like them showing you who they are, like, and what they think of you. Like, you gotta keep that in mind. Put God first. Do what he tells you to do, and then everything else falls in line. You put God first, and the light and the power of God within every one of us is what connects us, And when people don't see their own power and their own light, and they don't love themselves because they don't see that power, then they treat you like shit. A lot of times. Or there's people that are narcissists out there, and they just love themselves so much they think everybody else is shit. And that is wrong too. Oh, look. I'm actually getting some people responding to me right now. Foolish pride, F.23, foolish pride. Yeah, it's not always foolish though. Sometimes pride is a good thing because it is a defense mechanism. It pops up a lot of times when you're getting taken advantage of or you're getting hurt. Now, if you're prideful in a situation where you think about it later and you're wrong, then that's foolish pride. When you're wrong, because you know when you do something and you're like, ah, I messed up. But you got too much pride to go back to that person and say, you know what? I was wrong. I apologize. That's foolish pride. But if it's your defense mechanism popping up because you're feeling like, ooh, this person is treating me kind of dirty. I don't like that. That's not foolish pride. That's like, that ain't cool. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. But if you don't like something, you got a choice. You can tell that person about it and have a real conversation with them and tell that person about it. Like, yo, and don't do it in a way that you attack somebody. Do it in an adult way. Say, you know what? Say for somebody does something bad, like lie to you about being single. You say, you know what? I feel like you weren't very honest with me about the situation, and I feel like I can't respect that situation. I can't respect that. Like, I feel like you weren't very honest with me, and I cannot. My mom's birthday just popped up. Sorry. Like me personally, I can't deal with that. Don't be like, yo, motherfucker, you are a motherfucking asshole. I seen that bitch sitting at the motherfucking bar. I seen that bitch at motherfucking Ventura County Fair with you. You are a cheater. Duh, 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 duh. Nah, that's not the way that Jesus does things. Jesus didn't do it like that. People can be more respectful of you if you say it in a way that's like, and then you can see the reaction, you know what I'm saying? Like, be the change that you want to see. Now, if you just want to start a fight with somebody, pull that, all of that, pull that. You'll get exactly what you want. You want to fight, but if you want if you want to see who they really are, come at them in a way that they cannot get defensive about. It's like, I feel like I was hurt. Like, I feel like this really hurt me when you did this. Like, or maybe I misunderstood, but you did this, and be calm. And sometimes it takes for you to walk away for a little bit and go get your life and come back and say, like, I was hurt by that. I don't really think that was cool what you did. And know that people don't always do things to you. Most of the time, there are some vengeful, spiteful people in the world. We all know that. We've all dealt with vengeful, spiteful people that just don't like you and they want to hurt you. But most of the time, people are just going through life trying to do the best they can, trying to get what makes them happy. So they don't do things to you. They don't do things to you. And it's your job to recognize that and recognize that we are all human beings and we do stupid things sometimes. And it's all up to us to control our emotions and how we feel about it, and actually just keep praying that God makes us peaceful, that we can have a conversation with that person and really help them to understand what we're feeling, and so that we can get whatever we need to get off our chest, and so that we can move forward and forgive them. That's what it's really all about. Forgiveness. Because if you harbor stuff inside that somebody did to you, your hair falls out. You gain weight around your stomach. It's stressful. It's more painful for you to hold on to something that somebody did to you. When they didn't even do it, they did it themselves. And they didn't do it to you. They just did what they did, and it hurt. It sucks. But in the end, it's like a better way to look at things. Like, it's all about how you react to what people do. You got to react better. You can't fly off that damn handle, even though you want to. And I know, because I've done it. I need some edge control. I'm rolling around on my bed. Help me, Lord. What's this going on here? Oh, there's people talking. God first. What does it matter? Ron do NYC. That is why you need to slow it down. I think you're just coming in on the conversation. I don't know what you're talking about, Ron do NYC. I'm grown. I already know. Like, I already know about all this. I don't need to slow nothing down. I take it as slow as it can go. I'm like,
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, yeah, so I've been talking to you guys for like 45 minutes right now. I was just like um chilling on the bed, not doing nothing. Chilling, chilling, chilling. Talking about relationships and dealing with people and um, you know. So I hope that I helped somebody out there in some way. What's going on here on this? Slow it down more. I don't know what you're talking about. I still don't know what you're talking about, Rondu. What are you talking about? Slow it down. Slow what down? I don't know what you're talking about. See what I'm saying? It's all about how you react. Oh man. I don't know what you're talking about right now. I don't know how you're receiving me. You could be see, that's another thing. What you are saying may not be transmitting to another person. They might not be receiving what you're trying to say in the right context. Or sometimes people are just really defensive about what you're saying to them because they are aware of their own issues, or they're aware of them and maybe they're trying to work through them, or so they still don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Ron is trying to tell me something. It's just a notch in life. Boo boo. Ron, I'm grown, boo. I got it. See how you could react? You're like, what? What are you talking about? I'm not understanding what you're trying to transmit to me right now. We're not on the same wavelengths right now. Ron, what's your name? Ron Do NYC? I don't. You must be in New York. It's like almost 4 a.m. there. You're probably tired. You don't know what I'm saying. Or you're high. I don't know. You smoking that reefer? Ron, do you smoking weed? You on that weed? What's going on, man? Can y'all see my brain? Yeah, I got a big nose. Hey, how are you? How are you, BX Mr. 718? I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm just bored. Ain't doing nothing tonight and actually bored. Okay, yeah. Got it, Rondu. Anyway, so yeah. I see that people are able to talk to me now, so thank you, BX Mr. 718. I don't know how to say people's names on this app. Thank you for the compliment. You see my brain. I would like to think I'm funny sometimes too. So, broadcasting live on Hang With from the city of Oxnard right now. Grandma's spare bedroom. 11:38 on the West Coast. So did anybody on the East Coast or anywhere else, anyone see that movie Straight Outta Compton yet? Anybody see that movie that's not from the West Coast? Anybody see that? You sound like a voice I like to hear every night. You understand, out of everything, God loves you. Yeah, I know that. Rondu, I am totally aware that God loves me. You know how I know God loves me? Because I'm here right now on my phone at 11:39 at night on Hang With from a verified account when I only have about 100 followers. That's how I know God loves me, because he blesses me all the time with things. Mind you, I work hard. I work hard. very, very hard for everything I have, but I pray for God to keep holding me down. And it's only by his grace that I'm still here breathing, because I've been through a lot, but it's by his grace that he has covered me, and I'm who I am, and I'm still here. So I'm trying to see what's going on with y'all. Okay, see, Rhonda, you're trying to get a reaction out of me, and you're not going to get it. Sorry. You're tripping right now, dude. Okay, yeah, got it. Anyways, I've been studying the Bible for some 35 years now. Got it. Anyways, 267 viewers right now. How y'all doing out there? Talk it up. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? You feeling good? It's Friday, probably Saturday some places already. It's my mom's 60th birthday coming up in about 20 minutes, West Coast. Don't call names in here. Don't call names. That's just funny because my ex used to call me lemon head all the time. BX, that's funny. That's funny. Lemon heads are funny. I have a lemon head. Yeah, God bless my mama. Thank you for her. Yeah. Okay, love is, oh God, whatever. Anyways, so like I was talking about, I have a radio show called the Crisco Kid Block Party. If you guys have not tuned in, you should do that. We broadcast live on Saturdays, all day on Saturday. We have 4 different internet radio stations that we broadcast on. First, 3 to 5 p.m. is on Dash Radio. You can go to the Dash app. You can find it on, the app store, whatever. Or you can go to dashradio.com and go to Ski 24/7. If you guys have heard of DJ Ski, he has an internet radio station. We broadcast on there from 3 to 5 p.m. If you miss it at that time, we have like all of our broadcast times up on our Twitter page at CKBP Show. Also, on our Instagram page at CKBP Show. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I love Instagram. It's my favorite. I love pictures so much. So, Instagram be having me dying. People be putting up the craziest stuff. I don't know where y'all come up with this stuff, like, but it's hilarious. Follow me, Miss_Alynette, MISS_ALYNETTE. You can follow me up there, or you can follow me on Twitter. I don't be up on Twitter like that. Same thing, Miss MISS_Alynette, ALYNETTE. People talking. What's going on? You okay? Oh my God. You know, it's so funny how people always ask me to spin their record. It's, I don't know how long you've been doing this music thing, but one thing you gotta know is that it just don't happen like that. It just don't go. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you're lucky and you can get a break
really quick, but you know, like all this is hard work, man. You got to put in work. Radio ain't like that. You just don't say, here's my record, play it. Nah, it doesn't happen like that. You got to work. You have to have a team behind you. You got to put some work in to make people, pay attention to who you are. Like I've been in radio for 11 years and I'm still working all the time, just trying to get people to just see what I do, still trying to show people what I'm doing. BX Mr. 718. You can follow me on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Miss Alynette, MISSALYNETTE. You can go up there, follow me, send me a link to your stuff or whatever, or send me a link to your stuff on Twitter. Maybe I'll get a chance to check it out. Do you know how many times I heard, yeah, though, yo, it's nice. I'm nice, though. I'm nice, though. I'm nice. So you know how many times I've heard that? Heard it 1,000,000 times. Everyone believes in themselves. You have to believe in yourself in this game. So, but it's still a lot of work behind just getting put on. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that you just come across a person that just puts you on, I've never had anybody put me on. I had to work for everything I have, like everything that I have. All right, well, I guess I have like 3 minutes left in the broadcast. You can only broadcast for an hour. So I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. 280 people, 281 people viewing right now. That's so cool. Thank you for tuning in and showing interest in anything I have to say. That's really awesome. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for tuning in on this Friday night. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me. Thank you. That's rad. Well, have a nice night, morning, and have an awesome Labor Day weekend. Have lots of fun with your friends and your family, and be safe. Bye.